think it was more because I felt like it was, no, I am, of course, but I think it was more like, dude, like, just keep it on me. We don't have to go to like other people that are in my life, because you probably don't know anything about my husband at all, but he does not. I mean, I even show him Miss Portland and he's like, oh my God, please turn her off. I don't like the YouTube drama. He does not. You would probably get along with him.
I'm glad you said that, man. And we should keep family members out of it. So why did you mention my mother multiple times?
Well, I've never looked into her or anything, but it was to take a dig.
According to you, you did. You said I live with my mom. I live in my mom house. You and Glitter have been saying that for years, which would mean that you did look into it because you do know my address. So you did look into it.
Wait, right? Hold on a minute. Hold on, because you just said you don't live with your mom. So if I looked into it, then I would see that you don't live with her.
According to you, we could get to the bottom of that. Were you just making up all of that just as digs when you've been saying these things? We're trying to figure it out.
Well,
which is okay. I just want you to be honest.
No, rewind. Yes, I am being honest, but rewind.
Right, so
BX, when you did your counterclaim, and you know what, at this point, we're not going to go any further and like docs, but that was not a valid address.
All right, so let me ask you this. What does that have to do with anything? What does it have to do with the copyright? What does that have to do with what I'm asking you now? You keep injecting that, and
well, no, I'm getting there.
But that's you admitting that you took from a copyright my personal information and searched it.
Well, yeah, admittedly, I was planning on suing you. Do you know that I sent paperwork to the address that you put on there, and it was returned to me that you didn't live there?
That's fine. That's fine as well. But also, you're stating that you're doing all of this, and you admitted earlier that you overreacted, and like some of the stuff might have been even misinterpreted, which meant you went too far. So even for you to be digging into my address, which is not what YouTube sends that to you for, right? Is if you wanted to send me court for copyright, which me talking about your sobriety is not against fair use. But if you use that to look into me overall, I didn't even want to get that deep into it. I just wanted you to admit that you didn't know if I was living with my mom or not. And you just been making that up just to crack jokes, because I've been a single male since 16, bro. Okay. So I just wanted to know.
Well, yeah, I mean, of course it was to take digs.
Because it was just made
beds in the background and rumors and all that.
There you go. However, so it was just made up.
No, hold on. Let's go back to the whole address thing, because I know that the miscommunication between you and I is like, you're making it sound like in that chat with Will and Critical K and Molly Go Lightly that I was in there being like, you guys, no, hold on. You were like,
who else is in the chat?
I don't think anybody else was in there.
It don't matter. I'm sure that everyone that was in there shared it as well, like the Glitter.
But I get your point. Because it wasn't a regular chat for me. Like I'm in a lot of group chats. But
so you shared my information to this group chat?
No, actually, and I'm not going to say who, because this is a person from that community. I was in that chat. Actually, she was in that chat too, and she's only a subscriber. And I met her in person in Denver at the meet and greet. And I went in there after I got the return mail, and I was like, okay, you guys, this guy keeps going after me. He's, going after my sobriety, whether I was being a crybaby or not. And I was like, I'm done, dude. He's using a fake address. I'm trying to serve him papers and mail him shit, and it's being returned. And so that's when the conversation started. It was not for anything deviant, for doxing at that time purposes or anything like that. But there was one person that was not Critical K, Molly Go Lightly, or the Glare that said, you've got it all wrong. This is his information. And I was like, what? And it was correct. And I've never put that information out there. Never. I put the fake information out there because I knew it would get to you, because you knew it was fake.
It didn't get to me. I knew it was fake the whole time. And I stated that multiple times, but I do want to say to clear your name, man. I don't know if you really protecting the hell out of them, but I only had that. There's only one more person that had to be in that group. I just want you to just keep it real. This is me asking. We could let bygones be bygones if you keep it real.
I have no fucking idea. I really don't.
You don't know who this person was that said you have the wrong information. Here's the correct information.
Oh no, I know who that is, but I'm not going to say
what I'm
asking.
asking.
No, because
Laura.
I can promise you it's not Laura. You probably don't even know this woman. I met her in Denver at the meet and greet.
Is this a content creator? Why are you protecting someone who's doxing people? Why are you protecting them?
But see,
if they're doing something nasty.
No, listen.
Do you think that's not nasty?
I don't, and here's why. Because she didn't give it to me to be like, go attack him. She gave it to me because I was talking about legal stuff.
That's not cool, Robbie. That's not cool ever, bro. Like, and I understand where you come. If you're saying you're talking about legal stuff,
like
I can understand that, but it's still a dirty way to obtain whatever you're trying to obtain or whatever goal you're trying to get. It's still disgusting, right? Even if you were to say take blame off of yourself, right, and just say, "Well, I was trying to look for legal." The person giving you my information, how the hell did he even get it? And to just offer it up like that, come on, like who the hell was this?
Well, it was a female. It wasn't a male.
And was this a content creator?
Well, the reason that I'm not going to say is because I know that it wasn't for negative purposes. She saw how frustrated, I was and angry and confused, trying to find out information. Like, dude, that's not even a real address. It's not this. And she was like, here it is. And I have never put that anywhere on the internet, out of my mouth, nothing. None of that information.
With other content creators that all hate me.
Well, nobody
Who was it that shared it, bro? Just let's clear it so we could just move on. Who was it that shared it? Let's take the blame off who was it?
I mean, I really feel uncomfortable telling you that because she's a very genuine person, and
imagine how uncomfortable I feel.
Yeah, but what about my family? You have to understand, though, BX is she knew that my intent was not to attack you and comfort you. It was for legal purposes.
So it's not families you care about because you didn't care about my family, right? Like how would she have known that? Did you vouch for every single person in that chat beyond yourself?
Yeah, but like, BX, I knew the
bro. You're not
truth at that point.
That's nasty, bro. You're not just admitting that's just foul. Like no one would want that. And for someone to send it to you and for you to do whatever you want with it, that's not they didn't just send it to you, bro. Like that makes it even more worse. You want me to understand? You want to protect their family or whatever, which mind you, I'm not trying to make an attack, but you didn't give a fuck about, they didn't give a fuck about protecting my family when they gave you my information. But what the fuck is that?
No, I get that you're like thinking it's
no. Now listen. You protecting the doxer, the person that's passing my information around. You're sitting here protecting them because you want to protect. That sounds. You gotta just imagine being in my position. That sounds insane, Robbie.
No, I get that, but BX, did I ever do anything actually to your actual real life with that information? Never. I didn't go to the courts with it.
Was that information used to push certain narratives?
Was it what?
Was that information used to push narratives that I was like some kind of fucking super criminal or some shit?
No, it was more like here it is, go to the courthouse. No,
it wasn't.
That was never put out there ever.
My mugshot wasn't shared with not the full story being told of how I was attacked. Instead, the glare made it seem like I was like some fucking career criminal.
Well,
no, that didn't happen.
First of all, the glare was the one that put your mugshot out. But I mean, that's.
When you get the information,
we all have a criminal record. I have one too.
The difference is mine was for self-defense from being attacked by multiple people.
Hey, and you know what? You're allowed to change. That doesn't define you. And
also, I won.
Well, there you go.
So change my ass, nigga. Like I'm always going to defend myself. But all of that to say, I'm trying to move that to the side, but how can I? You're sitting here protecting the person who's passing my information around.
Well, and I want you to know it's because I know this person's very genuine, and she had seen, that I was stressed and I was trying to go. BX, I was really trying to go legal on you.
Yo,
No, listen,
as far as I know, I don't know who the fuck is passing it. So, like, how can I talk to anybody, bro? Because now I can't trust nobody. Somebody could just be passing my shit around and you won't even tell me who. So they could come in here and be talking to me, trying to be friendly. Meanwhile, they're passing my information around and nobody wants to tell me because you care about their family, but didn't give a fuck about my family. No one in that group chat said, yo, don't do this. Bad idea. What about his family? But you quit to protect theirs, though. Fuck my family, right? Why? What makes their family so put on a pedestal and my family not worth shit? Well, why my family can't be protected?
Here's why.
Here's why? Give me why.
Well, that's what I'm trying to do.
Listen.
Because I know that this person's intention, and you may think, BX, that like, you know, everyone's out to dox you. And that's why I throw those random fake names out, because I'm like, dude, it's a joke. Like, it's not even fucking real.
Someone passed you my information. That's not a joke. You were in a group where my actual information was passed out. So you're making it seem like I'm some conspiracy guy that I think everyone's out to do, when it was done in a group of content creators that don't like me, and you're refusing to even tell me who.
No, and I totally get your frustration and concern. I get that. But the thing is, this person that had heard my plans, what I was doing, I was like, dude, I'm trying to mail him papers. I'm trying to go to this attorney. I'm trying to do this. And I had mailed it to that address and it was false. Like, you did not live there. And I was like, I don't know what the fuck to do. I want him to stop. I'm tired of these videos. And I was frustrated. And clearly you saw how I was. And she was like, okay, if you want to serve them papers, here it is. And when I had finally got the information, I was like, maybe I don't want to do this anymore, because it was real at that point.
It wasn't real before they shared my shit?
Well, she was genuine. In chat. Yeah, no,
how is she genuine when she has his personal information and she's passing that shit around?
Well, because she knew my intention. And the reason she wasn't giving it to me, listen, BX, if she would have given me your actual information and I would have put that out there, she would have immediately called me out and been like, dude, you're wrong for this. You said you were using it, and I never used it for anything. You've never got answer me this. Have you ever had like a real life contact from me ever, like actually like somebody coming to you, like, oh my God, a relative or your boss or anything like that? No.
Yeah, not that I know of. I can't fucking pinpoint who sent anybody, but I can tell you what has been true. Since my information has been passed around, I have been attacked in real life multiple times of you, that BXBeastBoy motherfucker. I can't say that was you, but I have had someone try to break into my house. Can't say that was tied to you. I have had multiple people call my fucking apartment complex and try to get me kicked out of my apartment. Not that I live with my mom, that I live with my own, or that I pay for on my own. I've had that happen multiple fucking times. And I've also had you come in here and tell me that you acknowledge and are aware of who is spreading this information. And you're just going to protect them, because their family is important. Mine's not.
Well, you know that this was directly to me. Like, I believe she was in the group chat, but she directly sent it to me, like privately.
So
like,
how'd you ever get my information, bro? Come on, bro.
Dude, first of all, I think you're like mixing up my relationship with the Glare. My relationship with the Glare was him calling in on my panel, changing the fucking subject, having nothing to add to the conversation, and staying 2 hours too long. That was my relationship with the Glare. And when me and Mexi fell out, the night that I relapsed and Mexi cheated on his wife and all that, first of all, that was a year prior to that. I hadn't said shit. And it was like this big explosion that night. And the Glare decided to stick his nose in that too. And I haven't spoke to the Glare since the night that I relapsed, the night that you found me.
That's crazy. You haven't spoken to him since the night that I found you?
No, he's a douchebag.
I do agree, but that don't sound accurate. Either way, we're just gonna move on, because, like, fam, in my personal opinion, I do still think that's filthy. I was willing to let bygones be bygones, move on, but it's like, it's impossible for me to, if you're still gonna protect the person who is sharing my information. right? That's crazy to me, but it's fine. Let's move on.
Right. Well, let me just say this before we move on. I completely respect, you having frustration, and, you don't trust me or anything, so you don't have to take my word. But I will tell you, this is a very genuine person that does not get involved in drama. She's not a creator. She's a very kind person. And she had seen my frustration and been like, look,
so your fans,
I see what you're going through. Here it is. No, she's not a fan. She was a friend. Is a friend.
She's a friend. How'd you meet this friend? In real life?
Yeah, I've met her in person. Mm-hmm.
After she was a fan? So this is a fan that became a friend. Is what you're saying?
No, she wasn't a fan of mine. She was a fan of Molly's.
Okay, so she was in the community. You met her in real life, and she became a friend. And then, okay, all right, whatever.
Yeah.
Either way.
But see, I don't. But here's why I don't want, because she's not even on YouTube anymore. Like, I don't want to.
So
get her
why?
involved.
What are you protecting? Like, that's
because I'm telling you the truth. Look, BX, listen.
She's not on here. There's no need to protect her so hard. You could have just said it was, and I'd be like, all right, cool, let's move on. Especially if she's not even on here.
I get it, but listen, I had no ill intentions, but to just like shut you the fuck up, and I was going legal. Period.
Oh man. Well, all right. If your lawyers told you that you had a case, fam, you don't have to take my word for it because I ain't no lawyer, but you might have some Better Call Saul fucking lawyers that just want that money. They just want to just take your money. You might have been better off saving that. I know you just got married. You could have just saved that.
I would have been better off. Yeah.
Like, I'm telling you, that is just a waste. But either way, whatever. Let's move on.
Well, because it's petty. We could just talk. And that's why, like, when you said, oh, and then you tried to email me, it's like, I will try every outlet. And when you were like, didn't respond, and then I saw you kept making videos, I was like, oh, fuck this asshole. If you don't want to talk it out, then fuck you.
I don't think I responded first because you sent me the request to talk after you sent the strikes. And I already told you where I come from. That's like a threat, blatantly. Like, hey, talk to me or else.
Where you're from, sure, maybe you took it like that, but no, it wasn't like that.
It's why couldn't you hit me up to talk before you sent the strikes? Right?
Why couldn't you hit me up to talk before you made videos about me?
That makes no damn sense.
We're getting on.
Nah, hell no. So wait, so everyone has to. So let me ask you a question then. Everyone you've ever spoken about, you've contacted before you spoke about them?
Yes.
That's not true.
Because, oh, yes, it is.
Even famous people, celebrity, you've contacted and had conversations.
I don't
with
fucking contact famous people.
But you've talked about them.
Who?
Have you talked about any celebrity or famous person on your channel in years? We already know the answer is yes.
Like aggressive way? Never.
Nah, that's not what I'm asking. So you keep moving the goalposts. I'm just asking, are you talking about celebrities or other people in general that you have not contacted? The answer is yes. You talked about celebrities or public figures.
I've never made entire videos about them and been angry and
my first few videos, we just established that I wasn't angry at any time, that maybe you perceived it that way, but I was cracking jokes. And also my first few videos was segments during live streams, right? Where people like, kind of like right now, if I was to clip this isn't me doing a whole video dedicated to you. This is me doing a video you called in. Now I could create a segment and just put it out. Right. That's what I did originally for all the content that I did covering you. It was just segments, and your reactions what created the content. The best way you could have got me to not talk about you is to literally never say anything, like not reacting the crazy way that you was doing it. And I would have had nothing to react to. I didn't have any personal grudge against you. It was just whatever is crazy and within the community that I'm asked to talk about. The same way I reacted to Molly. Molly loved the fact that I reacted to her because it boosted her numbers.
See, I don't care about that. So I will agree with you and say I misunderstood. You were just doing your thing, doing commentary, and I took it the wrong way. And I was in, a pretty shitty place back then, anger towards myself and many other people. So I took it very wrong. So I apologize for that.
Okay. Well, I'm not even going to keep dwelling on that. As long as pretty much throughout this conversation, we acknowledged every point that I was making this entire time, right? I wasn't trying to attack you this whole time or anything. So I want to move past me being doxxed or anything. I do think that if you do want to uphold and stand true to you being a better person now and not who you used to be, whenever we have a disagreement, trying to do nasty things like throw my government name out there in current videos is not a way to like show that, hey, we just moved on and it's no issue. Because every time recently, especially when I'm like, I don't feel like talking about him no more. Yo, BX, he just did a stream about you. What the fuck?
I just want to say, like, back to what I was just saying, but it was just the first name, but according to the information I saw, it was completely false. And that's why I've said that repeatedly, because I'm like, dude, on my end, it may be right, but I don't, based on what I saw, I was like, oh. And so that's why I've continued to say that, because I'm like, dude,
why would I get upset if that doesn't make any sense?
I don't know.
Way, I would get upset if you continued to dox me. That's why I would get upset. Not if you just randomly said, if I just was doing a video on you and I was like, you understand Gregory? You would just laugh, right? Would you be mad that I said Gregory? Like, come on, Gregory, save Gregory. No, because it's your name, Gregory.
If I was trying to make people believe that was my name. But no, I get what you're saying.
It sounds like the way that you described it as me thinking everyone's coming after me and all that. The only people that's like kind of deep into conspiracy is you. I'm just taking things for what it is.
No, hey, if that is your actual name, or if you're saying that, even if I don't believe it, I'll take it down.
All I'm saying is that it was just an overall pretty much opinion. If you are changing and you're not who you used to be, that level of toxic, if someone's saying, yo, I was doxxed previously years ago, for you to try to do it again as a slight, whether it is because you thought it was a false name or not, I still think that's like, it shows lack of growth, right? Or the chance of, right? And honestly, it could not be the case. I'll give you the benefit, right? To say that it could be not be the case. It could be just a moment where you just like, yo, I'm in my happy state. BX is trying to fuck it all up, right? Like it could be even something that you think that's the case, which is not. I'm not trying to fuck up anything. I congratulated you for damn near shit. When did you get married? When was it? How long has it been?
April Fool's Day.
So see, like, mind you, I didn't do a reaction to your wedding until what?
That's why I was like, you're a little bit late.
Purposely, think about that. Like, what? Because I have no issue with you, like, or quarrel with you. Like, when people came to, yo, you got to see his marriage, I was like, well, whatever, good for him. Ain't nothing wrong with it. I don't care. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have any hate or disdain for anyone that I talk about. It's just I stand on my principles and my, like, whatever my morals is, and I uphold that no matter what. Right? Hey guys, hope you enjoyed watching the video. Now, if you have some extra time, can you do me a favor? Check out my music. I rap, I sing, and I make beats. All of that should be linked in the description. Also, if you want to watch me live stream, you can check me out on BXBeastBoy Live. That's another YouTube channel. It should be linked to my homepage. And you can check me out on Twitch and Rumble. I'm streaming on all these platforms, man. Trying to just get out there. Also, if you want to support me, you can sign up for my memberships on my channel, as well as my Patreon for as low as $1. You get exclusive access to a bunch of videos early before you even get it on YouTube, as well as videos that's not ever going to be on YouTube. Stuff that actually got me suspended and banned. It's kind of my anti-cancel culture fund for BXBeastBoy. You know what I mean? And it also helps me get resources for certain video essays and things of that nature. Check that out if you're able to. Follow me on Twitter, follow me on Instagram, and join my Discord if you are able to, man. The link should be somewhere within my description or somewhere on my channel. I would really love to see you there, man. That's where you get a chance to talk to me and the rest of my supporters, man. I appreciate you guys. Bang, gang, out.